And welcome. I think I'm going to call my segment Backyard Science since I'm trying to take you guys outdoors during this time of crisis. So, what I'm going to try to explain to you is the nitrogen cycle. Breathe that, that's air. We think we're breathing in oxygen. In reality, though, 78% of what we breathe is nitrogen. So, I'm going to use a picture to simplify and hopefully explain the nitrogen cycle. And if that doesn't work, after the picture, a simplified version of what I'm really trying to explain. So sit back, relax, enjoy the nitrogen cycle. So this is the nitrogen cycle. Like I said before, 70% of all of our air is composed of this diatomic molecule called nitrogen. In nature, diatomic means it's found in pairs, which is why you see the 2 under it. There are 2 ways that we're going to talk about of how we can turn this unusable nitrogen into something that is usable. One of the quickest steps in this nitrogen fixation that I'm going over is atmospheric nitrogen. What happens is lightning has so much energy that it's able to break up the bonds that hold N2 together and put it back into our soil. One of the more elaborated ways of nitrogen fixation is using bacteria and or decomposers. Decomposers in the form of funguses or fungi, and decomposers in the form of earthworms. But we're going to be showing how bacteria is one of these decomposers. And you're going to see it's going to break down this N2 in nitrogen fixation into something that is more usable, NH3, called ammonia. Ammonia will then continue to get broken down by this bacteria into now usable nitrates that our earth can use. Now, nitrogen is a limiting factor, meaning this: if you have one tree or one plant that has little to no nitrogen and another plant that is getting a lot more nitrogen, the plant that's getting more nitrogen is going to be able to grow more, while the plant that doesn't have that much nitrogen is only limited to its growth due to nitrogen being a limiting factor. Another way that we have is ammonification. Now, this happens when animals have dung, or when an animal has died, or when plants have died and there's still some usable nitrogen, or in this case, ammonium. This ammonium will then get converted to a nitrite, back to a nitrate, to again go back to the earth, and for these plants to use it and be put into DNA, proteins, amino acids, and again allow for further growth. As we go back to complete the nitrogen cycle, it's going to go through denitrification. Now, denitrification is an anaerobic exercise, meaning it doesn't require oxygen to go through this. So this anaerobic exercise that this bacteria is going to go through is going to turn this nitrate back into a diatomic nitrogen that, again, we find in the air. And this is the nitrogen cycle. Hopefully that helped, and if you have any questions, be sure to reach me, email me, and I'll do my best to explain further and get back to you. Now it's time to enjoy this beautiful day with my furry friend. See ya.